Good evening. Good evening, and welcome everyone who has joined me for continued conversation on Could It Be You? Good evening. Did you all know I started without you? I have my kava iced tea. I started without you. I needed to just ease the tension before you guys. Has it been a long day for you? It has been for me. Listen, in the chat, or if there's someone there that that can text me, I have new equipment. And I don't know if I've hooked it up correctly. If you all can hear me, can you hear me? Send me a text message if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Anyway, I'm going to get started. I'm looking to see if I'm going to receive a message to my phone, if you can hear me. Because I try not to look at the chat because I get so nervous. Yeah, I do. So if you can hear me, just send me a message to my phone and I'll see it. Thank you. Okay, so let's get started. Could it be you? And we're going to get started with our quote first, okay? And it reads as such. It says, the hardest plant survive because they weather the storms. The hardest plants survive because they weather the storms and they never stop reaching for the light. And they never stop reaching for the light. Can you see that? Can you see that? If you close your eyes, can you see that storm coming through? And it beats that plant down. But as the storm subsides, it's bent over, it's beaten. But as the sun comes up, it gives it strength and it starts to stand up and it reaches for the light. Can you see that? That just did something to me. Sometimes that's us. And the person who penned this is Robert Clancy. Robert Clancy. I pray you all can hear me. I do. Anyway, let me continue on. I'm just going to assume that you can. It says, have you ever heard the statement, you better not ever tell nobody but God? You know how some people say, well, that's between you, that person, and God. You don't say nothing about it to no one. Do you remember the movie The Color Purple? We are introduced to Miss Celie, right? We're introduced to Miss Celie, the main character in this story, who was an incest survivor. She was hurt, angered, disappointed, and depressed. And I would like to submit that it was because of her past that she had better not ever tell anybody but God. And there was Miss Sophia. You remember Miss Sophia? Likewise was hurt, angered, angry, depressed, and disappointed. Color Purple for me was a depiction of strong black women and what happens when you better not ever tell anybody but God. Could this be you? Could you not ever tell anyone but God? Are you holding on to something in your life that has hurt you, angered you, caused you to be depressed, and has disappointed you? This is your homework. I have homework for you early. In your journal, we have 4 labels, pages, however you do your journal. But it is 1 page is to be labeled hurt. Angered is the next. Caused me to be depressed is the next. And what has been disappointing factors. So see, you have to come real with you. Hurt, angered, caused me to be depressed, and disappointing factors. And I need you to be deliberate in setting aside time, quiet time, that you will address these topics. Even if it's after everyone has gone to bed, give 30 to 45 minutes to you and quiet time and address those questions. You, me, pay the price for suppressing these factors. And then we have a tendency to projectile vomit all of these hemmed up emotions on a person or persons that have never done a thing to you. And you wonder why you lash out at that man you are currently with or other persons in your life, and they've never done a thing to you. The past. You and me, we pay the price for suppressing these factors as they affect us physically and emotionally. I'm not an emotional eater, but could this be you? When things in your life go awry and you are not exactly sure how to address them, does some chocolate help? Are you standing there when the Krispy Kreme light comes on that says now hot or hot now? You know that little round circle? They turn it on when they have a fresh batch up. And you can smell them from here to there. Are you standing in line? Or is there nothing like a hot, crispy piece of fried chicken from Church's Chicken, Kentucky Fried, Popeyes, Bojangles? You name your place where you get the best fried chicken and you eat it all. And for a moment, it's satisfying emotionally, but it is killing you physically. When things go awry, do you feel better when you go shopping and know your finances cannot sustain this? But you had better not tell anybody but God. Could this be you? Could this be you? Have you noticed weight gain, lack of energy, sleep disturbance, overwhelming feeling of inadequacy, or even worthlessness, and sometimes suicidal ideations? Could this be you? Have you noticed your mood changes are like being on a major roller coaster? The highs are when you think and expect that this new relationship it is the one because you've decided. You've decided. And the major lows are when he's no longer there. As a matter of fact, he has ghosted you once you have finally availed yourself to him. And this is another one of those. You had better not ever tell anybody but God. Could this be you? Stress and anxiety can affect our bodies in many ways. It can cause or worsen emotional problems such as depression. It can manifest itself as frequent headaches, irritability, depression, again, eating habits, and weight. Could this be you? Are you recognizing? Does any of this resemble you? I have said it and will say it again. Before we even begin to think about entering a relationship of any kind, we must first address the questions. What have you never told anyone but God? And how is that affecting you? When will you become in touch with you? Know who you are and whose you are. And begin first and foremost of getting back to the basics. Taking on self-care. What does self-care look like? What does it look like? Well, it could look like becoming aware of stress and how your body responds to it. Becoming more aware, because you know it's happening. So becoming more aware and how your body is responding to it. The second way is to learn how to calm the voices in your head by meditation, deep breathing, yoga, and chanting. Voices in your head. How do you quiet them? How do you calm them? Because we know that those voices in our head are not of God, right? We know that. Try to exercise regularly. Well, I'd like to, and I want to, but for me, I like to dance. So I dance until I can't breathe. My heart rate gets up. Yeah, and I break up. I perspire. Ladies don't sweat. We perspire. But whatever it is, whether it's walking or whatever, do it regularly. Improve your diet. Cut down on your sugar, salt, refined carbohydrates, and consume more vegetables, chicken, fish, and grains. Self-care. Yes? Pamper yourself. Get a massage. Now, not like those massages that we see on social media. That might stress you out for real. But get a massage. When you can, sleep late. When you can, you don't have anything to do, sleep late. Take a warm bath or shower. Get in a support group. Like Activate Nation. It's wonderful. TOU, it's wonderful. Get in one of those where you can talk, you can hear other people are going through the same things that you were going through. As your circle of friends that you can trust. Pray about them before you start to tell them something. If you see that friend is talking about somebody else that you know, don't tell them anything. Because when you're not present, they will tell what you just told them. So be mindful of who a friend that you want to confide in. Be mindful. Keeping a journal. We've talked about that, right? Keeping a journal. Think positive and try to find humor in life. Well, I can make myself laugh. And sometimes I call a friend or I do a voice clip to that friend and we just laugh. Just laugh. It feels so good to just laugh. Try it. And I found this affirmation that I love for me. And when I start to feel some sort of way, it is written by, and I can't say the first name, and I'm going to spell it for you. It's N-Tozake is the first name, and the last name is Shange. And it reads, I found God, little g, in myself, and I love her. And I love her fiercely. I love her. And look in the mirror when you're saying that, because that's the person that you're talking to, that you've fallen in love with you. And you're going to protect you at all costs. At all costs. Yes? So what does the life book say about all of this? What does the life book say? Do you have yours? Take a sip. Get your life book, and I've only got 2 for you tonight. You ready? Okay. Romans 12:12. And I will be reading from the Amplified Version translation. And it says, and do not be conformed to this world any longer with its superficial values and customs, but be transformed and progressively change as you mature spiritually by the renewing of your mind, focusing on godly values and ethical attitudes, so that you may prove for yourselves what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect in His plans and purpose for you. Remember, we've allowed the world to say what is and what should be, but it's not always good. And then we go through things because we're trying to make it happen. And then the next script, we're trying to make it happen ourselves. But the next scripture is Jeremiah 29:11. And we all know that, right? It says, for I know the plans and thoughts that I have for you, says who? The Lord. Plans for peace and well-being, and not for disaster, for peace and well-being, and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Now that's what the Word says. Doesn't want us just living and not understanding and confused and just all over the place, like a squirrel out in the middle of traffic. That's not what God would have for us. So let us back up, get back to basics, gather ourselves, because we, like a computer, we need to defrag and get put back together again, because we're disjointed, we're scattered all over the place. And then we're doing things and saying things that's unbecoming of us as believers that we say we are. So, we'll continue our conversation on Thursday. Could it be you? At what time? Yes, 5:30 Pacific, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. For you, me, and tea with Lady D. And I thank you all ever so much for sitting with me, for having conversation with me. And don't forget your homework. Don't forget your homework. It's going to help you. It will help you. So, until Thursday, thank you ever so much. And you all have a wonderful night. Good night.